You just placed your phone face down on the table, fully determined not to touch it again. 10 seconds go by. 20. 30. And then, you pick it up again. No notification. No real reason. You just pick it up. If that sounds familiar, it does not mean you lack willpower. It does not mean you are weak. It means you are exactly where billions of dollars were spent trying to put you. And today, I'm going to explain how this works from inside your own brain. It all starts with a chemical called dopamine. A lot of people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical, but that is not exactly true. Dopamine is more about anticipation. It does not fire only when you get something good. It fires when your brain thinks something good might be coming. Think about it. When you hear that notification sound, your brain releases dopamine before you even know what the notification is. It is the same mechanism behind a slot machine. You do not know what is going to show up. It could be an important message. It could be a random ad. It could be nothing that matters at all. But that uncertainty is exactly what makes it addictive. This mechanism has a name: variable interval reinforcement. And social media apps are designed to use it extremely well. It is not an accident that Instagram has no real ending. You scroll and scroll and scroll, but you never actually arrive anywhere. The infinite feed was created to remove the natural stopping point. No end of the page. No clear moment where your brain says, "That's enough for today." So you have to create that limit yourself. And that is much harder than it sounds. On top of that, apps use strategic notifications to pull you back in. Sometimes they tell you someone liked a photo you posted 2 years ago. Not because it is important, but because they need a reason to make you open the app again. And every time you open it, you generate data. And data generates money. It is that simple. Brain imaging studies show that compulsive phone use can activate some of the same brain regions involved in addictions to substances like nicotine and alcohol. I am not saying it is exactly the same as a chemical addiction, but the behavioral patterns can be disturbingly similar. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for impulse control, can become weaker with excessive use. Think of it like a muscle that starts to lose strength when it is not being trained. Over time, resisting the urge becomes genuinely harder. It is not just a matter of choice. And it is not a matter of character. There is another layer to this. Your brain starts to associate boredom, discomfort, stress, or anxiety with the phone as the solution. So eventually, you do not even realize you are reaching for it. It becomes automatic. The problem is not the phone itself. The problem is what you are not doing while you are on it. Research shows that simply having your phone on the table, even if it is turned off, even if it is face down, can reduce your cognitive capacity. Part of your attention is still being consumed by the presence of the device. We are losing the ability to be bored. And boredom, believe it or not, is essential. Boredom is where creativity starts. It is where reflection happens. It is where your mind finally gets a chance to rest. And the phone steals that from you. But here is the good news. Your brain is plastic. That means it can change. And there are 3 simple changes supported by science that can help. First, put your phone in another room when you go to sleep. This alone can improve your sleep quality. Second, turn off notifications that are not from real people. Most alerts are not urgent. They are just interruptions. Third, create phone use windows. Set specific times to check your phone instead of leaving access open all day long. This is not about eliminating your phone. It is about taking back control of your attention. Because in today's world, attention is the most valuable thing you own. If this video made sense to you, share it with someone who spends more time on their phone than they probably should. And if you want to understand more about how the brain works, subscribe. There is a lot more coming.